And our top focus on Fineprint. Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to the Adampur Air Base is more than a routine inspection. It is a calculated, symbolic strike aimed squarely at Rawalpindi's ongoing information warfare. Early in the day, Prime Minister Modi was briefed by top Indian Air Force leadership and met with the Indian military personnel who played a pivotal role in India's military response. Adampur Air Base in Punjab was at the centre of India's operational strategy to counter and neutralise Pakistan's failed aggression. Pictures released by the Indian government showed the Prime Minister standing beside the formidable S-400 air defence systems, one of the very systems that Pakistan absurdly claimed to have destroyed. The timing is not of coincidence. It's a public rebuttal to Pakistan's falsehoods. On Sunday, Pakistan Air Force's Air Vice Marshal Aurangzeb Ahmed claimed during a military press briefing that the S-400 systems at Adampur had been destroyed. And Modi's visit on the ground, visibly undisturbed, exposed that narrative as pure fiction. Operation Sindoor, launched by India on May 7th in response to the brutal April 22nd Pahalgam terror attack by Pakistani-backed terrorists, involved precision strikes on terror hubs in Muridke, Rawalpindi and locations in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. Pakistan responded with a barrage of missiles, but India's counter-strikes were massive, targeting key Pakistani air bases including Noor Khan, Rahim Yar Khan, Bholari, Jacobabad, Skardu and Sargoda. These bases suffered extensive damage as confirmed by satellite images released by the Indian military. Now satellite images released by Maxar Technologies on your screens. It collaborate what Indian armed forces are saying. The damage to Pakistani military facilities have been devastating after cross-border strikes from India last week. Crucially, during Pakistan's Sunday press conference, no evidence was presented to disprove the Indian strikes. The Pakistani briefing lacked detail, leaned heavily on foreign media coverage and failed to back up its sweeping claims because there was no proof that Pakistan provided. On Monday, the Indian government's PIB fact-check confirmed that the Pakistani military had used doctored clips from Indian news coverage to fuel its propaganda narrative. Modi's boots on the ground visit is not just optics, it is India calling Pakistan's bluff with facts and fearlessness. And for the latest, our assistant editor for Foreign Affairs, Adampur, has sent us this report. Take a look.
A significant message by the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi to Pakistan from the Adampur Air Base in Punjab. Now, remember, the Pakistanis were claiming that it was this air base that they attacked and they also were able to damage the S-400. Now, what is significant is the optics. The Indian Prime Minister with the Indian military personnel, many of them who were part of Operation Sindoor, which was taking the terrorists out, striking against the terrorists in Pakistan, including headquarters in Muridke and Bahawalpur, were present. The Indian Prime Minister met them. But there was the address as well, and it had the backdrop of the S-400. Now, that is something that the Pakistanis will be clearly noticing, and clearly a message is also on how their misinformation and propaganda has been completely dismissed by the Indian side. But all in all, we know that the Indian Prime Minister focused on what is India's new Pakistan policy, which includes that the nuclear blackmail will not continue, the fact that the Indian government will see terrorists and the Pakistani government in the same league, and the fact that if there is a terrorist strike in India, India will be giving a strong response. With video journalist Piyush Adampur for WION in New Delhi.